Notice how these dragonflies seem to be floating or flying. They're above the flowers on these two cards. So we're going to look at how this is done. There's a couple of fun things that we're going to do today. So we'll get started. It's Karen from Stamping on the Back Porch. And this is from the Dragonfly Garden. We're going to be using the dragonfly and the weeds here, or whatever they are. So to start with, notice that the weeds have two different colors in them. So this is direct to paper. I'm going to put my color right on my stamp. So because most of it is the green, I'm going to go ahead and just ink up my whole stamp in green. I prefer doing this. I pick the lightest color or the biggest amount of color. It just gives, I just find it easier for doing the whole stamp. It gives it a cleaner finish. And then I'm going to take my marker. Now this happens to be dark. This is Mary Merlot, so it's going to be really easy to do. I don't know if you'll really see. And then I'm just going to pull that off. But I could do this on a lighter. These others were lighter. I'm just going by the color of the butterfly I have. And I'm going to pull my marker, so I'm pulling off, or I can go sideways, but I'm not turning this at all. So any of the green that I get on here is just going to immediately come off here. So I'm going to just make sure I've done that. And I'm just going to do a few areas. I will do these. I'll come down and do just a couple more down here. I could be as detailed with this as I wanted. But now this is all clean and ready to go. There's no other residual color on there. And I haven't destroyed the tips. So it's good. Then I'm going to blow on it because that will reactivate the color since the green's been sitting there a while. So the moisture from your breath, from just breathing on it, will reactivate it. And look how fun that is. We've got different colors right there. I actually tipped it a little bit, but we're going to ignore that for today. So this will be my base. This is a piece of 5 inches by 3 3/4. I'm layering it. I'm going the 1/4 inches that we always do on a piece of 4 inch by 5 1/4, and then that's on a base card, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 folded up. Now to do the frame, I've taken 2 stitched rectangles like this and just run them through the embossing machine together, and then we get this fun frame. So that's the next step. On the back of this, I have put, you know, anything can work here. I'm using the tear and tape because it's just easy to do on the video here. I just have to be careful with where it's sticking. Get these different pieces. I should learn to get each piece started before I ever go live, but you know, that would require a little more prep than I tend to do. Okay, now this is where I'm going to attach my window sheet, or my acetate sheet, which I've just cut down to size. So, and I'm going to kind of hold this up so I can tell where it is, but if it goes off at all, I would just trim it before I actually really attach it. Okay, I can see it's off a little bit there at the end, but we'll live with that. I would actually trim this before I went on. Okay, now to get this particular one, this is actually from the paper, punched out. This is a great bundle because where did I lose my... I just had it. I double checked. Okay, I have my... Okay, Tim.
Underneath.
Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. I'm having troubles today. Okay, do you guys know that when your craft space gets smaller and smaller, it is right in front of me. Now, here's what's cool. I'm going to put this right up next to my window here. So to do that without it showing, I'm going to use my silicone mat. I'll put a little Tombow glue on. Take a sponge. This is also how you can attach vellum and not have it show. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this on. Set that aside. And let's see, I'm going to want it So kind of go about here. So I'm going to just put it on, and I'm going to just press it and hold it for just a moment to make sure it's just going to stay on there. Okay, now I want to lift this up from the card. So now I'm going to take these strips of adhesive. They are in the catalog. And I'm going to put these along the edges. I'll go right there, and I am looking for a scissors. I'd rather not use my nice new brand new one on my sticky stuff, but I will. So I'll put it right there. This one will go right in the middle. You guys like that? You get something brand new and you just hate to use it. So I just really want to keep it nice because I just love this pretty little chains on it. Okay, now I'm going to do this side. I'll put that up. I'm going to put that right there. And now I will peel these off. And I will carefully attach this to the front of my card. Notice I'm even leaving the white extend beyond. You can even see a little bit of, you know, it just doesn't matter because it's just kind of an artsy kind of card. Oh, Tim even brought me another scissors, so I won't have to use my really good one for this. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. I forgot the words too, so it's okay. Cards can all be different, right? But look how amazing this is. Do you see how you can see the shadows from there? And that's just how it's attached. And you do not see the adhesive. So that's just really a fun idea. Now, the other option is to go ahead and stamp directly on the window sheet. I'm just going to show how this is done. I won't need to put this one together again. So for this, I'm going to use Stays On ink. Memento is what I usually use whenever I'm doing black. But if you're going to get anything wet, or if you're going to do anything like wood, slower drying things, acetate, this is the one you're going to want to use. So I'm going to ink that up, stamp it, and then to add color to this, I'm going to turn it over. I think I could even leave it this way, but this takes just a quick little time to dry. I'm not going to wait, so if it smears, you'll just know what I meant to do. And then I'm going to color with my blends on the back side. So we will look at what that looks like. I'm just going to add these colors, and it's going to be a much lighter color when you do an acetate, but boy, it sure fits a dragonfly. It just gives a really cool look. So look how pretty that is. So you could probably think of a whole lot of things to do with this, but if you notice, when this gets put on the card, it gives that same illusion of being up in the air and of height. So have fun with these two ideas. This idea would work great with butterflies, bumblebees. Think of all kinds of things where you could do this illusion of just kind of flying, and the depth of field that it gives your cards in a fun frame.